body returned to them for proper burial. KUSI's John Soderman just talked with those lifeguards. He joins us now live from OP. John?
Let me tell you what bravery and courage. We're along Santa Cruz where it runs up against the ocean. Let me set the stage and tell you what happened. Two women were sitting watching the sunset when suddenly a very large wave knocked them both into the ocean. A brave good Samaritan jumped in the water and saved one of the other women, but another woman was ended up drowning. Now, let's show you what things look like exactly 1 week ago tonight. This is lifeguard Mark Brown coughing violently after being in the water with his fellow lifeguard for some 40 minutes. It took 40 minutes to recover the body of 23-year-old Adriana Toro under extremely, extremely dangerous conditions. Big surf, high tide, and then they're also surrounded by rocks that they're worried they're going to be thrown into the side, break their arms. And then it was this. Sea foam, because the waves are so big, sea foam that was sometimes as deep as 5 feet deep, which made two things happen. They couldn't see the woman's body, and it also, when they came up from the water, they were inhaling the sea foam, so it was a very, very dangerous situation. But they did eventually recover Adriana's body after 40 minutes. A little while ago, we sat down and talked to them.
Walking down when I first got there on scene, it was a dark night. You could hear the pounding surf and the waves going, and we knew from prior forecasts that there was going to be some large surf coming down to a woman that was on a cell phone saying that there was 2 people that had been swept off. One person is missing or in the water, and they can't see her now. It gives you that kind of an eerie feeling in your stomach. But as lifeguards and as rescuers, we have a duty to respond and duty to act, and that was my primary focus, was to do the best that I could at the time.
And then there was that concentration of the sea foam that was just being locked in there by the direction of the wind and the forceful waves breaking in there. So you would have this violent change in the depth of the water and the impact of the waves, but then the foam would slosh around, and it would go from anywhere between 1 or 2 foot thick to 5 feet thick at some points when it would get pushed around to different sides of the cove.
This season could have been you guys getting injured. I mean, it could have been much worse. Could it?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of why you get in on when you're recovering someone like that, is when your partners are in the water and they need help.
Already with those guys.
You're in too.
They got closure by us giving them their daughter back, which was fantastic, and that's what every parent would want.
So basically, these lifeguards bravely risked their lives for 40 minutes, as you heard, to bring that body back to her parents. This could have been a different outcome, or perhaps her body could have been washed out to sea. And it's important to point out that these lifeguards are not rookies. They have 24 years, 28 years. One has 31 years. So these are not rookies, but they're in extremely, extremely good physical shape. Some of the best lifeguards actually in the country. And they also said that Adriana's family actually went down to lifeguard headquarters and thanked them for recovering their daughter's body. In Ocean Beach, John Soderman, KUSI News.